at it already.
Oh yes. It's Saturday morning and I am in Amt Hill, Bedfordshire for Fibre East. It's a fantastic event. I've been here before about 2 or 3 years ago and I've really wanted to come back. It's held in a community college, so it's all split between different locations, between different little buildings, and I'm already recognizing some faces and I think you will recognize some faces in a bit. So let's go have a little wander. The difficulty with these events is that it makes me want to take up every craft I don't already do. Now, this would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Or maybe some crochet blankets. Or do I want to take up felting jewelry? It's been a few years since my last visit, but it's a fun, quite outdoorsy yarn event, crafty event, and being the east of England, there's a lot of spinning, there's a lot of fibre. In fact, if you can see that truck behind me, later there will be a demonstration by a shearer who's going to, assuming it's like a few years back, who'll be shearing some of the sheep on the spot. And if it's anything like back then, there's also likely to be people who just pick up the fleeces and buy them hot off the sheep, literally.
This is the first I've done any. I love it. It's your favourite camera.
One of the things that makes Habu yarn so interesting is the fact that they've got things that you wouldn't think of knitting. For example, this one is a mix of linen and stainless steel. Who'd have thought you could knit stainless steel? They've got copper, they've got all sorts of interesting things. They've got silk paper. It's really an interesting brand from Japan, worth looking at. I've found these beauties at Addicted to Knit. So here's 100% silk, but really interesting and full of neps and kind of little variations in color. Really, Habu is just fascinating.
I know, so I have to wait until I retire, right, and then I can just go. brings the most beautiful samples. Look at this
absolutely fantastic mohair shawl. YouTube had smell-o-vision, just so you could really get a sense of what it's like at events like these, where you really feel like you're as close to the walking, buying sheep as you can. Each of these bags contains the whole fleece of one of the sheep that's recently been sheared. This is the British Coloured Sheep Breeders Association, and there are numerous fleeces that are available, and they look rather tempting. Do I have time to spin a whole fleece? I think we found Chewbacca. Spinning a whole sheep fleece is definitely an experience. It's not necessarily something that you'll want to do every time when you just want to pick up your yarn and start knitting, but it's definitely something worth trying once in a lifetime, or regularly if you like it. Do you mind if I film the mechanism while you do it? I think that's so unusual.
It's like a pendulum.
That is an incredibly interesting style of wheel. I've never seen anything like that. The bottom looks like some sort of pendulum, which allows it to have a much smaller wheel at the bottom, take up a lot less space, yet be a really efficient ratio.
An electric wind wheel or wind wheel. Electric. Double T-R-I-C-Q. A-double-T-E.
Hello. So I found something really interesting that seems to cross both crafty and nerdy. I like it. So I have found some 3D printed spindles. So tell me about them.
Well, they are made by a company in America called Turtle Made, and I bought them, and they are just amazing. They're beautiful colours, and Turkish spindles, I love Turkish spindles anyway, because you get the turtle that you can ply on itself, so you don't have to worry about taking the fibre off, and they're just such a joy to spin with. They spin really well, and yes, I love them.
Let's go have a look at them. I'm just going to nick one. See, this is where I wish I had 3 hands. Here you go. Yeah. So I take it this is 3D printed.
Yes, actually they all are. All bits of it are 3D printed. This uses a slightly different material to this. They're pretty, I mean, they're very robust. They're not going to break if you drop them.
And Turkish spindles are amazing because you can take them apart, as you were saying. You end up with a little turtle of yarn.
And the turtle comes off.
Yeah.
I'll show you a turtle. Here is one I made earlier.
Yeah.
So you can see you've got one that comes out of the bottom and one that comes out of the side, and you've got a centre pull ball which you then use to ply with.
And here is in action.
For the sort of way that what you spin, you want a small one anyway because it will spin faster.
All right.
Yeah.
And you can find them at Cat and Sparrow Fibres, where you can also obviously get the fibre you'll need to go with your Turkish spindle. This stall, between those Turkish spindles, the amazing fibre, and the totally adorable bags, kind of feels like I've found my corner. I might just park myself here for the rest of the festival. If you're looking for me, bye bye, I'll be here. So I'm taking a little break from wandering around the show, and I've sat down with Rachel here from the Guild of Long Draw Spinners. She's working on, what kind of fleece do you have?
It's a Corridale.
So a Corridale fleece, which is going through quite an interesting process. So that was sheared
Just this morning, yes.
and what's the objective with it?
So we're going to do, this is a common little challenge people used to do, which is make a garment from a sheet that's sheared in 24 hours, or in this case 48 hours. So theoretically 7 spinners feed 1 weaver, so we've got 7 spinners here, 1 weaver, and we're trying to get this done so that we're going to make a shawl, hopefully by the end of the weekend.
We've got some carding going on next to us, then there's, as you said, 7 spinners, and then that's going to be woven. So it's quite an amazing challenge, and I love the thought of, as a team, trying to achieve that in the course of a weekend, in this case, since Fibre East lasts for 2 days. But the other thing I was interested in is, as you know, this is a guild. So what's the benefit of a guild? Well, a guild is a group, I suppose, that varies in size depending on the area. And what kind of conversations or things would people encounter if they visited their local guild?
Well, ours is mostly eating cake. So you're always quite assured of a snack. And the thing is, if you hang out with spinners, you find that not only do they spin, but they like a lot of the other things you do. So we have people like historical reenactors who like doing it, historians, you know, country folk. A lot of people have arguers, a lot of people keep horses, but equally there's a whole load of people who are, you know, very urban, love the idea of conservation, and it just, you know, it's a really nice mix of people, and we all get on very well, have a lovely time, and it's terribly therapeutic. The very first time I started spinning, I sat up all night. I couldn't stop. It was just so wonderful. But it's so nice. And you know, we're also, I mean, part of our brief is to teach people as well, which is why we're here. We're keeping hold of the skill, we're disseminating it. Lots of kids love it. We're teaching the traditional crafts, because you only have to lose it for 1 generation and it's gone forever, you know. So that's what we do. And as far as I know, all the guilds are very friendly, and they're always willing to take on new people. You often find that people will lend you wheels and other equipment. So
yeah, I was lucky. My first wheel was loaned to me. In fact, my first wheel looked rather lot like this.
Yeah, an Ashford traditional,
so,
yes.
An Ashford traditional is a fairly common one to start with, and it's great not only for the fact that somebody is willing to lend you a wheel, but also for the simple fact that they know how to use it. So if you're ever curious about spinning, of course you can start with a spindle. We've had a look at spindles before on the show, but you can also find a guild, find somebody who can help you, who can show you how to use a wheel, and honestly, it's the beginning of another love story. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. So here's Rachel and her team, her spinning wheel, and her crazy project for the weekend. Thank you, Rachel.
Thank you.
I've been coming across lots of brands that I hadn't seen before, and this is one of them, called For the Love of Yarn, and I just love the colorways. They are really, really brilliant. Fibre East is very much divided between a whole bunch of different rooms throughout the college, but this is definitely the biggest room, so let's have a look around. There's lots of color, lots of amazing stuff, and some sellers I might recognize. Yeah, we like our sparkle. Yeah. Life's too short not to have a bit of sparkle. They're there. Thanks. The bigger ones are ahead.
And if you have any questions about anything, just, you know, you can pop it on.
I got one of these. And they're very Hey, hi! Nice to see you. I'm good. If you've watched the Edinburgh Yarn Festival video, which you can rewatch here, you'll recognise this. This is like a mini version of what John Arbon had at Edinburgh, but more suited to this size of event.
That's the reaction shot you get from
Bye with my little eye. Somebody called Katie.
Yay! How are you doing? Oh, really good. Look at that.
Somebody's been doing lots of shopping already.
We're done for today. We're just sitting and knitting now. I'm not even kidding. I always do this.
Oh my god.
Yeah. There's a lot of food in this one, so it's not just. And there's this too. But this is the full of yarn. I've got my own things as well.
So, if you were thinking of buying yarn at Fibre East, just forget it because Mina's got the lot.
I ordered it from a company in Hong Kong and it was really good. Yeah. Vero has her professional camera equipment.
Oh yes. Yes. And I have a telephone.
What was it? You call that a ferret?
Yeah, I brought my little pet ferret. So the G7X is the one that I also love to use. It's an awesome one.
This is me on my phone because I'm not cool and classy like the other ladies with their fancy cameras.
You are the embodiment of classy.
Thank you very much. Just not in the camera world. You can't
So
really
I won't take a bite out of my sandwich.
we keep stopping Mina from eating her lunch. So we're having a little meetup and we're hoping that other people come and join us, but we're already in the best possible company.
Yay!
My mom's trying to not be in the shop.
In our little meetup, Carola has given us some lovely stitch markers. So we've got some nice yarn stitch markers. Thank you very much. Oh, you're welcome. So we're all taking a little break too. Well, they're organised, they're having lunch. I'm thinking about having lunch later. I mentioned before that Mina is a very fast knitter when it comes to socks.
I can just play stock in the round without looking, so...
What colour is this one?
This is the one that Marsha sent me after we did the Soccer-thon Crazy Madness.
There is some socks that you managed to make in January.
35.
35
It's a bit nuts.
This crazy lady, she made 35 pairs of socks in a single month. That's over a pair a day. So
Yeah.
just for an idea of how fast she's working. Oh, I thought you at the end of a row.
No, I'm starting a row.
Go on.
You got me just starting a row.
Oh, for goodness sake, it's so funny. That's brilliant. I'm not getting my.
And she's not even looking. She's just.
I knew. It's brilliant. It's like balletic.
It's like a machine. It's amazing. And Claire was really lovely. And she gave us little presents. I haven't opened it yet, but thank you.
Oh, I think you'll like it.
We've had a fantastic meetup upstairs. It was great to meet Mina, it was great to meet Katie and a whole bunch of our fantastic viewers. And I'm now doing a little bit of actual shopping. So I have acquired a 3D printed Turkish spindle, a project bag, a little bit of yarn and some beads. I'll be showing you everything next time probably. For now, I'm gonna carry on wandering for a little bit and then I think it might be time to go home because we're going out for dinner with friends. So let's go for a wander.
Come on, girl. You have to walk around the back of her. Come on. I know. Now this is the bit where you got to go. Somebody make a noise like a sheep nut. Come on. Come on, Winston. Right, we've got the 7 sheep up on the stage. Now that's the terrifying bit of the show, especially for me. We've got all the way from the hill right to the downland breeds of sheep. Now we'll start off up on the hill, down the end here. Black Welsh Mountain. Anybody here spun with it? How would you describe it, madam? Quite coarse, quite hairy. If I was making my next million out of bulletproof vests, would it be suitable?
Yes.
Yes. See? Look at that. Tough, robust. You get enough of it, it'll stop a bullet. Now.
So we're enjoying the sheep shearing show, which is, we've now got all the sheep there, just waiting for the shearing to start.
Okay, lady over there in the blue and white shirt. Quite soft. Yeah.
See, I was thinking, I need a haircut. I've been meaning to go get my haircut, so maybe I'll just go up the stairs and let the shearer do his worst, and I still think it's going to be better than what I've got now. Especially after driving here with the open top car, I feel a little bit frazzled. So let's say hi to the sheep. Oh, don't be scared. I haven't got scissors or shears. Photo bombing! So it's been a fantastic day meeting crazy people like Mina, and really good fun. Limited number of purchases. I've been fairly restrained, and now is the time to wrap up and just drive home and then go out for dinner. Yes! So it's been a lovely day. If you ever get the chance to pop by Fibre East, I highly recommend it. It's easy to get to, it's easy to park at, it's lovely, it's full of nice, cheerful people, and hopefully we'll be able to do little meetups like this more often, because I had a lot of fun doing that. So have a great day and see you next time. Bye bye. So have a lovely